Hello, and welcome to my first Susano commentary, or as I call him, Susan. A lot of people have been calling him Susan. I've seen some people say that this god is overpowered, too powerful, broken, unfun. Honestly, I don't think he is. I think he is rather difficult to pin down, and he's not broken in my opinion. If he was broken, he would have everything, pretty much everything in his kit, and he doesn't. He just has a pull, a dash, some damage, and a more pull and mobility. Not really everything, just a couple things that you would want. He is the god of the summer storm. I think he does quite well in the early game. He does quite well in the mid game. He's more ability based as an assassin, in my opinion. However, you can do like auto attack Susano. I don't think that is the best one though. As for stats that I think he favours the most, probably going to be cooldown. He does like power because of his scaling. He also likes pen as well because of the scaling, and here's the fact he uses abilities. To people who say he is overpowered, I think it's more a case they don't know how to play against him. Now, it is very hard to pin down, and a good Susano is going to exploit the hell out of that. As for the best combos for fighting, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I haven't played with him enough. You see a bit of control there where I just pull him into my team, and then I basically just leave with the superior mobility. So, there's that. I do like him. Will he be one of my main assassins? Probably not, because I don't know, he's difficult to play in my opinion. He does have quite a high ceiling on him. He's pretty hard to make use of. As for if I like him or loathe him, I actually quite like him. He's actually quite fun. Susano is probably one of the more interesting assassins they've made. Some people have said that he is not fun. Honestly, I have to wonder, what the hell does that even mean? Fun is rather subjective. You can see that mobility. I dodged the ult. I knew it was coming, so I just basically tried to get out of there. I'm surprised he actually didn't go for me, because it would have been an easy kill. But whatever. So, what else did I say about Susano? I'm not exactly sure how to build him, but I think he does favour cooldown. The build here is a somewhat strange hybrid between cooldown and power. I still probably won't play him much because, quite frankly, I do not enjoy assassins. But he is fun, he is good, and he's very strong, especially in the early game. Team fight as well, I can see him being pretty good. So you got a team fight early game assassin, which is something we don't have that much of. The only one that comes to mind would be 4. So does that. As for my general thoughts and feelings on this game at the moment, I quite like it. I still like it. Still think it's good. It has the competitive element missing from many games, and you can see here I make a big mistake by trying to kill Whore, and it doesn't work. You see a pull Varin, go that way, and I'm gone. And then superior mobility on my way. That's the one thing I do like about Susano. He's very safe. He's not that strong when you build him full burst, but when you build him like I'm going to be building him, he's actually ridiculously safe, and he is very good. As I said earlier, he's very hard to pin down, and I think that's what most people are annoyed about, the fact that he's very hard to pin down. He can escape, he has lots of escape, and he also does quite a bit of damage as well, base level, without like any items, which I think is why people dislike him, if I'm honest with you. The fact he's very hard to pin down, he's very destructive as well, and he can be an absolute nuisance. Yeah, I think that's why people dislike him. He's very mobile. He's very destructive as well. And he's very very, very hard to pin down, or he can be, due to that mobility. He does have high base damage though, his abilities, but he doesn't have much else. He has the mobility and high damage, and has some control, but he doesn't really have much. So compared to some of the other assassins, he's pretty bad or weak. He's not got that much utility apart from a pull. So I really don't understand why people dislike him. I think it's the fact that people don't know how to play against a mobile assassin that's really good early game. Because if you look at the other assassins that's currently in this game, there's not many which are like that. The only one that comes to my head right now would be a Wheelix, who is a very mobile assassin, very good early game. She can pretty much destroy people. Apart from that, I'm struggling to think of any. Although the rework Madden Sasuke probably does fall into that group. Who else? 4, but then 4 does fall off, and 4's hyper mobile. Yeah, I think most people's complaints are the fact they haven't played enough against him. I don't think he is unbalanced or unfun, quote unquote. I think he is quite fun. I think he is quite good. Do I think he's going to have a place? I think he will do. I think he will be pretty good. I don't think he is ridiculous. I don't think he is needs enough. I don't think he needs fixing. I think he is just decent. And he does have a lot of weaknesses to neglect him, which is any sort of crowd control, any shutting him down, he will be gone. He is quite predictable in his mobility, because he basically needs that mobility to initiate or to just go in. And without that, he just loses it. He can back off, and he's pretty safe as well compared to a lot of the other assassins, which is actually quite good. I'm trying to think who else is quite safe. Wheelix is pretty safe. Thor's safe. Radagast is safe. I think Fenrir probably falls into that group. Some people have said that he shouldn't 100-0 people, but if you look at the assassins, you look at them in general, most of them do that. So I don't know what you'd want from an assassin if they weren't meant to do that. I don't know how you design it. I think that's the problem. A lot of people are just not thinking. They're just complaining for no reason and not actually considering what they're saying. So he's not bad. He's good. Alright, he does probably have a place. I do like his kit. I like his design. Overall, I do think he is pretty decent. The only complaint I do have with him is he's pretty difficult to use, but then that's actually quite good in my opinion. You have a god that's difficult to use, which is nice. A good designer will be awarded, a bad designer will be punished, and yeah. There's not really much to say apart from that. I think people's complaints are due to the fact he's hard to pin down, mainly over him being overpowered, something like that. As for the best builds for him, I honestly think he probably favors cooldown with some tanky items and like 1 or 2 damage items with some 10. I probably will experiment with an AA build, so an auto attack build, but I honestly don't think it will work. It does have high base ability damage, so I'm not sure you need to have more power. I think more utility defense items would actually be more helpful, because it keeps you alive and then you can just basically box people. You can go and use your abilities and then you can just hit them a couple times and then leave and then hit them again. I honestly think that's why people dislike him, the fact that he can just constantly do that and he can be a nuisance. He is one of the more slow assassins in regards to killing people, in my eyes, and based on what I've played so far. He doesn't burst people down, he very slowly bursts people down. Unlike a lot of the other assassins who just instantly burst you down and instantly kill you, or 1 shot or 2 shots kill you. They will just kill you very quickly. I do like him. I think he is probably the assassin we needed. I would like to see more slow assassins that are somewhat tanky, that have a lot of crowd control, but very slowly work on people and just basically slowly hit you over and over and then kill you. But that basically hits into the warrior archetype, which are meant to be the bullies. So who knows? It is going to be interesting to see what they do balance-wise. I'm not sure they will change him. I am slightly curious to see how the general community works. I know the PC community have been complaining the hell out of him. So who knows? The console community though, I've not seen that many people play well Susano. So that leads me to believe there is a skill gap there, which is actually quite nice. I do like that. So who knows? We're going to find out in a month or 2 months time. I am happy they haven't actually done anything drastic. They are waiting, which is what you should do when it comes to balance, in my opinion. Of course, it is my opinion. I know nothing, so who knows. As for future content, it's probably worth talking about that. I have a couple arena games saved. I'll probably be talking about various subjects there. Mainly common mistakes new player makes, etc. I don't know what we will be doing, but I'm gonna mess about with a couple bits of content. I probably will upload some Conquest gameplay because I am curious to the 1 or 2 people that do watch my gameplay if you can spot the mistakes I've been doing and some criticism. I reckon it will be nice. I'm hoping that I get better at doing this because this is something I'm not really used to. So I probably will get better. I probably will have to start making scripts and stuff. It just takes a while to do stuff like that. I actually have respect for anyone that does scripts and anything. I mainly do YouTube for fun, so any extra effort is slows me down on my gaming. So there you go. You only have so many hours a day. Who knows? I actually do like making content, so there you go. I probably will start putting effort into my videos, more effort into my videos. And I think the very obvious and flexible example there would be the case studies. Basically, what stats you should be building on these gods. I think that is probably the best avenue for it, with regards to doing scripts. And potentially, possibly, any like Conquest games. I think chill commentaries like this, probably not worth it. I am going to be very flexible though. I think that probably is the best way in regards to content. Just be very flexible in what I put up, what I do. You won't always see Smite, but you're just going to see the flavour of the day that I'm currently playing, potentially, which currently is Smite, so who knows. My plan isn't to just make Smite content, so who knows, maybe in a couple months I'll be playing something else. I did download Tropica 5, I think Tropica 5 is an okay game. You might see a couple funny things from that. Anyway, moving back to Susano, to basically sum up, if you've got this far, which you probably have. I don't think he's broken, I think he's very fun. I think he's very hard to use. I think he's got high base ability damage and high mobility and that. I don't think he has a ridiculous amount in his kit. When it comes to overall balance for Smite, I think they do need to relook at a couple gods. Mainly change it so they have less in their kit, so other gods will move up the table. But what do I know? And that's game, and that's a completely flawless Susano game. This is one of the better games I've gotten with him. Well, it is the better game I've got with him. Don't take it as Susano is completely broken. That's not what you do. YouTube is about showcasing your best content or your best moments, and that's what I have done. And his victory screen is probably one of the best in Smite.